I'm Carolyn Costello. Welcome to the KTLA News at 6.
And I'm Brandi Hitt tonight in for Glenn Walker. The families of those killed are waiting to hear from the military now about how and why this could happen. At least 30 U.S. troops were killed in what is now being dubbed the single deadliest incident in the 10 years that we have been fighting in Afghanistan. It is believed the remains of those U.S. troops will be brought back to the United States sometime early next week. And we will bring you the very latest on this attack in Afghanistan tonight on the KTLA News at 10 o'clock.
A heartbroken community is gathering once again this evening to remember a mentally ill homeless man who was allegedly beaten to death during a confrontation with 6 police officers.
This happened in Fullerton, and now dozens of people are expected to gather at City Hall with a vigil for Kelly Thomas and also a call for justice. Traffic accident last night on the 710 freeway delayed the repaving project for about 8 hours. A vehicle crashed right into the construction area at the section that runs from Firestone to Atlantic Boulevards. Now, there were no injuries, and the area was cleared around 10:30, but now
It was a really nice day out, a big beach day today, right?
A big beach day, but a little dry out there, Jim Castillo, and we're watching that fire right. Wow. A Florida woman suffering from kidney failure needs a kidney to live. And while she was placed on a transplant list, she was worried that time would still run out. So she did something pretty unusual. She posted an ad on Craigslist. Dan Corcoran tells us how this all went. So much generosity from strangers. Well, testing of some of those potential donors has already started. So far, no match has been found just yet, but could be around the corner. In more health news tonight, have you ever wondered whether your drink may have been spiked while you're out at a bar? It does happen. Israelis, you're doing a lot of the cooking at home and the prepping at home and not eating out.
And if you want to eat organic, it's even more expensive, but they say it's worth it. It's healthy. It's good for you.
Jim, you're a healthy eater, right?
Yeah, episodes on Google. When you do a Google search, they have a little box with the episode with the chocolate on the assembly line. You can play it and watch it.
That one or the grape stomping one was always good too.
Remember that one too. All right, from Lucille Ball to Marilyn Monroe, a special portrait of Marilyn Monroe could be yours for the right price.
It is beautiful. KTLA's Olga Ospina visited a gallery in Beverly Hills to find out what makes this one so darn special. Beautiful.
Yeah, for a good cause too. We have more news ahead here on the KTLA at 6. Coyotes. Well, this is a story getting national and international attention. A mentally ill homeless man who was beaten to death during a confrontation with 6 police officers. Tonight, his heartbroken community is gathering once again to remember.
And this all happened in the city of Fullerton. We've been covering it practically every day here on KTLA. And once again, dozens of people are gathering right outside City Hall with a vigil for Kelly Thomas and also a call for justice. We go back out live to
now on to a show of support for the homeless in Venice, and you can take part.
This is being called the Sleep Out to End Homelessness, and it's going on tonight. Dave Meekum is
sleep outside tonight. At least the weather will be nice, right? It's been a pretty nice day today.
I was going to say, Jim Castillo, is this going to be a typical night for these guys to be out there? Is it a little cooler?
Far from the hills, locals have been claiming coyotes are wreaking havoc on their urban Orange County neighborhood, right on the Anaheim-Buena Park border.
And Chip Yost was there this morning. He saw some of these coyotes that residents have been complaining about. Time now to cross California, and the body of a 22-year-old hiker has finally been found at Yosemite National Park by search crews. David,
a couple of potential blockbusters hit the box office this weekend.
And here is Sam Rubin with a preview. It just left Chimtastic. I like the word. Hey, okay, there is some big news, Desperate Housewives fans. You can say goodbye to the ladies on Wisteria Lane. Yes, a family that watches this, and they were practically in tears when they heard this morning.
That upset? I like it. I don't watch it that much, but I see it when I go home to visit my sister. It's interesting.
It's interesting is a good way of putting it. Jim Castillo, are you a fan?
Yeah.
Baseball and it's some kind of drug. It's probably working, right?
You will not believe what's in this drug.
But let me ask you this. Do we feel bad for Tiger Woods yet?
Or do we feel putting was really bad today?
So we feel bad for
We
fans.
could have done better putting, I think, than Tiger
Most people on
Woods.
miniature golf courses are doing better right now, yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Thanks, Steve. See you later. Jim, thank you. Well, another internet sensation dancing its way to stardom.
You have to stop what you're doing right now and watch this toddler and his gaga-licious moves.
He's good. He's a good dancer.
He's fantastic.
He can't be more than 3, right?
No, you have a future.
4. All right, well, thank you so much for joining us for the KTLA News at 6 o'clock.
We'll see you back here at 10 o'clock. And, of course, for continuous news updates and maybe some more of that video, log on to KTLA.com. We'll see you later.
Good evening. I'm Carolyn Costello.
And I'm Brandi Hitt, in for Glenn Walker tonight.
At least 30 U.S. troops are now dead in what is now the single deadliest incident in the 10 years we have been fighting in Afghanistan.
Tonight, the families of those killed are waiting to hear from the military about why and how this could happen. Well, it is believed the remains of those U.S. troops will be brought back to the United States early next week. We'll continue to keep you updated on the latest on the attack on KTLA.com.
Tonight in Fullerton, they are keeping his story alive. Another vigil for Kelly Thomas, the mentally ill homeless man allegedly beaten to death by police.
Dozens of people have once again gathered right in front of City Hall to remember Thomas and also to demand justice. We turn to KTLA.
A massive turnout tonight in support of the homeless in Venice.
We now turn to Dave Meekum. He's live in Venice where hundreds. Thank you for the live report. You know, even before this issue of homelessness was addressed tonight in Venice, Governor Jerry Brown had vetoed a homeless protection bill. This measure, one day after Standard & Poor's downgraded the U.S. credit rating, S&P officials now say they may do it again. They are second time this week a hiker has died in the Angeles National Forest. The LA County Sheriff's now to Texas, where thousands of people attended a huge prayer rally with a Republican who may be next to announce that he's running for president. This prayer rally.
A special portrait of Marilyn Monroe could be yours for the right price.
It is beautiful. KTLA's Olga Ospina visited a gallery over in Beverly Hills to find out what makes this painting so special.
We saw some pictures a little bit earlier, LAX, and then even further inland of really, really cloudy skies at the marine layer.
It's dense fog. I grew up in the Central Valley. That's what it looked like, Jim Castillo. It looked like you were driving through the...
All right, thanks, Jim. Well, you are going to get a kick out of this video. This is our favorite story of the day. Another internet sensation dancing its way to stardom.
He just wants to make you dance. Take a look at this little toddler and his gaga-licious moves.
Well, maybe not Gaga's, but it'll be somebody's backup dancer.
I was going to say, or if Ellen DeGeneres, if you're watching right now, KTLA News, get him on your show.
He can't be more than 3. I mean, he's a little kid.
Little baby.
He's too cute.
He's cute.
So thank you so much for watching the KTLA News here at 10 o'clock.
For news updates throughout the night, log on to KTLA.com. We've got Steve Hartman up next with Sports Final and Rebecca Hall. You don't want to miss them. Have a great night. Thanks for joining us.